Hello there. So how can we take what we've learned here with a photorealistic face and apply it to a cartooning face of a male hero? Well, basically, what do you see here and what can you enhance and what gives this male a more masculine look? Again, a heroic character, if we choose this character to be some kind of a superhero, will have a more of a muscular kind of features that as we see of a Spider-Man or Batman, or these characters, they have enhanced very strong masculine features. And what are those? This basically a stronger jaw, a wider part of the jaw. They have expressive eyes, so the eyes are still very big. They have a big forehead, because this is also a masculine feature to have a big forehead, a lower eyebrows, and they have a thicker neck, which here we've done, which is pretty much not as realistic, because this guy maybe is like a bodybuilder. It will maybe less than what I drew here. I've already exaggerated it, but I'm imagining him to be like a muscular kind of bodybuilding guy. Anyway, so how do we do that? Well, what you do is just draw these features, start with drawing these features and exaggerate them. So first you draw a line here. This is going to be the line that is going to split your face into. And let's say this is the ending of the head. So what do? Play with the features. Let's say we'll have a bigger jaw. So let's give this proportion more space. And you can use geometric forms to do that. So you can say, I'm going to have my jaw being here, and the jaw is going to be wider here, because we have wide jaws here, and then it goes down to the chin. Okay, so let's exaggerate even those features. Let's have the jaw really wide. So let's do that and enhance the feature. What else can we do? Well, we said we're going to have lower eyebrows and a big forehead. And the proportions of how you make something look big is by making something else look small. So let's give this forehead more space. So let's say here is going to be the forehead of our hero. So now we'll have to contain the other features here. And because this is an experiment, this is just a particular character, you don't have to do that all the time. I'm going to show you how you can break these features up later on and design different characters with different features. That's why it's important for you to experiment first before you set up your character, before you decide this is going to be my hero, this is going to be my character, because there are thousands of variations of each character. So now let's say, okay, here are the eyebrows. Let's design the eyebrows here. And what else can we do? Let's have a kind of a Pixar-like expressive eyes. So let's make them round, straight beneath the eyebrows. Okay, so before we set everything in stone, let's play with the other features. Where is the nose going to be? We said that this part is the nose part, but now we've lifted up all the features, so this is the old jaw area. So what else can we do here? Well, let's experiment if the mouth is over here. What is going to be? Let's have a broad mouth, so the nose is going to be lifted up somewhere here. That's because we wanted to exaggerate the jaw. This is quite exaggerated for this character, but I'm going to play with the features. When you decide on something, you just play with the features. Don't say, I drew that and it failed, because this is not correct and you're gonna set yourself up for failure. Say that let's experiment, let's see where this character takes me, and let's see if I get something out of it or not. But just play with the features and in a more relaxed way. So let's decide this area of the eyes here. Let's have them here for this character. And now, because I said it's a Pixar character, I'm going to have the pupils be rather cartoony. So I'm going to design them pretty small for this character. And I'm going to make a smile on his face. And I'm going to put the feature on this character of having slimmer, smaller lips for a male character. So I'm going to just make him smile, and I'm just going to immediately give him an expression, because you know, when you give your character expression, it comes to life more. But you can decide not to, that's up to you. I usually do that before even put the character in default pose when I work for a client. Something I play with the character's features first, so I can feel the character. How does he feels to me? This is the most important. And now let's do the other proportions according to this face. Obviously we've moved everything around, but now the cheekbones will go below the eyes here, and they'll be higher up, and I'm going to even enhance those for this character. And I'm going to continue the jaw. Now he has a stronger jaw, and now I'm going to put a little of a dimple here just to make him cuter. And I'm going to also add the ears here. So now let's also add a haircut, and a haircut of a heroic character needs to be dramatic and good looking. It has to enhance his features. So I'm even going to give him a nice haircut, nice thick hair, and just laying it on top of his features, approximately like that, with a slight curvy hair. And now what do I see? Well, do I really need that jaw? Let me just minimize that now that I have his features. Let's just take away a little bit of the jaw thing and minimize that for a little bit. Let's experiment with that, and I'm going to make him a thick neck, and here his shoulder starts from here, so he's going to be some kind of a superhero character. Let's even explore his eyes here. So I'm going to build the eyelids, more of like a round eyes, and I'm going to build them on top of his eyes, because I want him to have a more expressive eyes. Like that, and enhance the eyebrow. Even with this eye, I'm going to play with the eyelids and just place them on top of the eye globe, because we all have eye globes that are approximately the same throughout our lives. What changes is the size of our heads. That's why babies have big eyes. But also you can play with the opening of the eyes if you design a hero or if you design a cartoony characters. As I mentioned in some of the lectures, that the more open eyes you have, the more empathy your audience will feel to this character. That's why Disney characters have these big eyes. So now we have a stylization of a male features of this character. This is completely different styles. Let me just go with the black pen and define these features so you can see how this makes the character looking cartoony. So again, I'm just going to define the features with thicker eyebrows, small pupils. They are small because I want to enhance the opening of the eyes. That makes a character even more cartoony. And the more cartoony your character is, the better it is for you to play around with it or to give it an expression. It is very hard to, if you're an animator, for example, to animate photorealistic characters. I already talked about that, and you can see in one lecture, but this is going to be a challenge because we are used to seeing humans, and we are very unforgiving. We know how these humans move, we know how they look like. So any deviation in design or movement of a photorealistic human make your audience react and feels like there's something wrong with this character, something unrealistic. But when you design a character that is farther away from human features, you'll get more life to this character. I mean, even you can note that even in this example, even though this is kind of a pretty decent general portrait of a male, you see that the proportions are slightly deviating in the eyes or the mouth, which makes you react to the portrait that it's not really a complete photorealistic portrait. And when you look at this character, this is actually even more alive, even though you can never see a person with eye globes like that or with eye jaws like that. It looks more realistic than a photorealistic character does, because it has life to it, and because it's more expressive and it's farther away from reality. When we design an image, when we designed a world for a character, people will buy this world as long as you stay true to the world's rules. You design these rules, you make this jaw big, and you follow the rules for all your designs in your book or whatever you have, and the audience will accept these rules as true, and they will not question them. They will not say, well, that looks not realistic. That's why cartoon characters actually look realistic, and we can feel with their emotions. We can buy their emotions, and we can even feel sorry for them. We can laugh with them. They look real. So now I'm going to enhance the lips here, and you see that I don't draw all the nose. I'm just drawing a part of the nose, and just enhance the smaller lips. I'm just going to refine and use the line that is lower than the one that I drew, because now that I see all the character, the proportions are coming to life, and they're becoming more clear to me what I need to do next. And I'm enhancing these cheekbones. It makes him even more masculine and more cartoony. And I'm enhancing his haircut here. And just follow the lines of the haircut along where the hair is straightened up. So if this hair is going upwards, try to make schematic lines that follow the waves of the haircut. This is something that I also talk about in my video of how to design Disney-like female character, how to draw a haircut, and how to create a volume in the haircut. But here I'm just going to show you roughly how you design this volume of the haircut, and this is more specific things. If you find this difficult, well, just do another kind of haircut. This can be something that you can do when you get into the material, when you set yourself free from the boundaries of your thinking that you can't draw, and you start designing all kinds of characters like I showed you in the other lectures. That's why I didn't go into too many details, because it can scare you off and it can just tell you like, well, why can't I do that? Well, you can. The fact is that you need to be able to draw freely, and you need to be able to not worrying too much if you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing. there are so many different ways of drawing these characters. So just free yourself, do these exercises, and even do this exercise for the heroic facial character. And I'm glad that you guys are giving me this feedback so I can do this video for you. And I'm glad that you're enjoying the lectures. I'm getting very positive response from you, and it's really making me glad and motivating me to do these videos for you, because obviously when you know something, you think that, well, it's obvious, but I know myself when I was a beginner how these details played a big role for me, and I'm very grateful to my teacher. So I just want to pass it on the best way I can to you, so you can start drawing, because it is a lot of fun and it has changed my life. The teachers that I've had has changed my life, that I can do that as a profession and draw and animate, and it's really cool. So you can do it too, anyone can do it. It's not about talent, as you may know that you have done these lectures and you have had such an amazing improvement of your drawings. And I'm going to make some kind of eyelashes to him, because he's like a handsome guy, handsome character. So basically this is a principle, this is how you turn one standard face and how you enhance these features. And I'm going to show you as well how you can play with these features of the face in another video.